So by now we all saw that SoFi stock hit what, about $14 in the overnight markets. Yeah, it got pretty ugly, guys, and now we're trading in the mid 15s, still down about what, 2%, but not nearly as down as what we were in the overnight markets, whatever that was, $14. Yeah, it looks like $14 flat here. And guys, it all has to do with what's going on with Trump, tariffs. We all know that at this point. We covered that in my video from this morning. We broke that down, going over the ins and outs of what tariffs are coming in, what's going on, how it could impact certain goods from certain, areas, whether it's China, Canada, Mexico, whatever. So we talked about that, and now they're, Trump's talking to Mexico. They came to some sort of short-term agreement, whatever. They're pushing it back for a month, whatever. We're seeing a bit of an intraday rally from that, but overall, a lot of fear around tariffs, a lot of fear of inflation increasing, which is causing SoFi to go down, right? Excuse me, guys, and the entire market to go down as well, right? We all know that at this point. And with that being said, guys, we're not looking too great on the charts. Well, I guess here on the 5-day, we are getting a golden cross now, which is good. But overall, we're still under a critical resistance. You guys see that on this 5-day, 5-minute. In fact, we're getting rejected there. Guys, we hit 1575 on SoFi just about 2 hours ago, in terms of, 2 hours prior to me making this video. It's about 2 p.m. right now, East Coast time, guys. We hit 1575, which was support all of these days last week, right? Then we fell through it. Now we're failing to break back out, which, guys, it needs to. It needs to break out of this point, right? Bulls have to get back over 1575, which might happen later today or at some point tomorrow, but as of now, it's not. So that is where we're at on this time frame, which is not ideal, but it's not bad. It's not the end of the world, right? Because we can still obviously retake that level. I'm going to set my alert for now at 1575. We'll put it there, and let's see on this 30-minute chart. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of the same. Actually, you can see it a lot better here, right? We're failing to break out of there. Also, we're under the 180 moving average on this 30-minute chart. We have to get out of that point, right? If we start doing something like this, guys, now we're talking, all right, SoFi can get back to 17, right? The 1850 range, that's where we could be going, playing in these gaps right here. But we have to retake that 1575 level, right? It all makes sense when you look at this chart, right? But for now, man, looks like the Bears do have an advantage. They really do. I mean, if you look at this little downtrend that we're in, we are putting in lower highs. Pretty obvious, right? You guys see all these lower highs being put in here. This is not ideal for the Bulls in the short term. Obviously, if you're a long-term investor, I think this will prevail at some point, right? We'll break out of here. We'll be all right. I'm in the stock, obviously. You guys know that. So I'm not selling or freaking out. I'm just holding on. And in the short term, yeah, it might be rocky, but once we retake this point, I think momentum could continue, but we're just not there yet. And on the 1 hour chart, let's pull this up. A lot of the same. We actually have a death cross here. So we got a death cross. Looks like at the end of last month, on the 28th of January, yeah, that's where we started getting this death cross, and it's been downhill since. We'll see, though. Momentum could turn. The tides could turn at some point. But overall, man, since earnings, SoFi has been selling off, right? That's, the overall kind of trend here, I guess, in the short term. But with that being said, still, at the same time, holding an uptrend for now. I mean, if this thing falls through this trend I just drew, guys, notice how we're putting in a higher low here. You guys see that one? You guys see that one? If we start slipping through here, that would not be ideal. And I'll be the first to tell you that, man. Even though I'm long SoFi, I'm a bull, I'll be the first to tell you when the trend starts to break. I don't think it's there yet. Some could argue that we're seeing early signs of it with what we're getting here, but we're not fully there yet, which we'll see. We'll cover it. So, of course, make sure to subscribe, guys. Here we're almost at 50,000 subs. I think 70% of you guys don't subscribe, so if that's one of you, make sure to subscribe. And the funny thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, YouTubers are always like, oh, asking us to subscribe. What are you doing? It's annoying. But, guys, funny thing is, if I don't, a lot of you guys just don't subscribe. And that's with me, too. When I'm watching someone's channel and I like the content, I'm like, oh, it's good content, but sometimes I'm like, oh, crap, I forgot to subscribe. It is what it is. But so make sure to subscribe, guys. We're almost at 50K. I appreciate you guys, as always. So, yeah, SoFi, we have to break 1575 and ultimately back over 16, which time will tell, man. Let me get some water. Cheers, by the way, guys. And let's take a look here at some other companies' stocks that are moving. We talked about Adobe in a recent video. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but my alert set at 450. We're actually up 0.75% right now when I'm making this video, and the inverse head and shoulders is still set, rocking and rolling here on Adobe. We're just waiting for the breakout, which is what I'm watching right now. One of the stocks I'm watching. I figured I'd put it back on your watch list here, guys, if you weren't watching it. Now that it is Monday, we're kicking off the week, right? So that is Adobe. Keep your eyes on that. Alert set at 450. We'll see if it breaks. And by the way, 450 is the high from, it looks like, Thursday or Friday. That might have been Friday. So keep your eyes on ADBE. Let's see here, guys. What else is moving? Meta, man. This thing is relentless. Oh, man. This thing is up another 2% today. We hit 716 after earnings. That is an all-time high for the stock, right? And since that point, we took a bit of a hit down to 660. But you guys see, bulls came in. Boom. We held the 50 SMA. Now we're ripping back up here, pushing what? 700, 705. If this breaks, guys, Meta could be going even higher, back to 715, back a lot higher than that. So I really like the way we're looking on Meta here. Momentum just keeps coming, man. This thing is insane. And let's see, Netflix is moving, which I think will touch 1,000 again. It looks like here we're just consolidating a bit. Kind of looks like a bull flag. You guys see that. This is bullish as ever, right, man? If this thing takes out 1,000, 1,005 again, it's going to run. And ultimately, I think we're going to get a stock split on Netflix. I think I said that in my last video. It's only a matter of time. These things, in terms of things, what I say by things, or what I mean is, these big tech stocks, right, whenever they get over $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a share, they do a split. And it makes sense. Even though a split doesn't do anything, you could just buy fractional shares now. But the masses, right, people that are looking at a share, they think, oh, Netflix is $100 a share. It must be cheaper than when it's $1,000 a share. And the reality is, if you know about stocks, it's the same freaking thing. But if you pull up Robinhood and you see Netflix at 100, you just got into investing. You're like, oh yeah, I just got Netflix for $100 a share. I have one share. It sounds way better than, oh, I bought 0.1 shares of Netflix at $1,000 a share, right? You guys know what I mean. But yeah, either way, we're watching it at 1,000 for it to break. I think it could go a lot higher on momentum. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Join the email list down below. It is free. I send out my top stocks weekly to your inbox. And guys, do not forget to get your 30 stocks for Moo. I'm telling you, man, it's the best deal right now. Check out the link down below. Deposit at least $100. You get 5 free stocks. And once you deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks, totaling 30 stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, check out the link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Mumu. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next, almost dropped that. See you guys later.